President Rodrigo Duterte forms a powerful commission that will investigate presidential appointees, as he vowed to probe the office of the Ombudsman for its alleged partiality. Duterte creates the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission through Executive Order 43 that he signed Wednesday. EO 43 states that the commission has the power to probe presidential appointees in the executive branch of the government. EO 43 applies to presidential appointees occupying the position of Assistant Regional Director or an equivalent rank and higher. The commission may also investigate presidential appointees in the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police. EO 43 adds that the commission may also conduct lifestyle checks and fact-finding inquiries on acts or omissions of all presidential appointees, including those outside the executive branch of government. This means the Office of the Ombudsman, a constitutional body headed by a presidential appointee, is covered at least by lifestyle checks and fact-finding inquiries by this commission. Former Senator Bongbong Marcos says his family is willing to help the government look for their alleged hidden wealth. Marcos adds they will voluntarily give it back. He makes the statement Thursday when asked about President Rodrigo Duterte's statement the Marcos family is willing to return some of their wealth to the government. Marcos says his family has long identified which properties belong to them even before his father, the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos, became president in 1965.
Kung meron kasi tapat ang paniniwala ninyo, meron kaming tinatawag. Kung meron kayong mahanap, inyo na. It is called in legal terms a quitclaim.
Marcos says his family signed a quitclaim agreement with then Presidential Commission on Good Government Chairperson Magtanggol Gunigundo in the 1990s, but this was rejected by former President Fidel Ramos. Marcos adds his family is now willing to settle the issue of their ill-gotten wealth. He says those opposing the move for the clan returning some of their wealth are not working for the national interest. But Marcos says nothing substantial yet has been discussed by Duterte and the Marcoses. He also says the Marcoses are not demanding to get any immunity from suit in exchange for returning some of their wealth to the government.
Wala naman ako kasalanan eh. I don't need immunity. I didn't do anything wrong. I did not commit any crime.
Immunity from future suits?
No. What we're saying is we're settling the case.
Senate President Coco Pimentel slams the Philippine National Police and its chief Ronald De La Rosa for the continued killings in the country. Pimentel makes the statement after the killing of Puerto Galera Councilor Melchor Arago and his 15-year-old son by unidentified gunmen on Tuesday. He says, quote, "This is yet another murder by the now usual modus operandi of motorcycle-riding gunmen. Where is the peace and order that De La Rosa says the people are ungrateful for?" Pimentel is referring to De La Rosa's statement calling drug war critics as ingrates. Pimentel urges the PNP to shape up, saying the police's incompetence allowed the proliferation of criminals. He adds, quote, "The Filipino people deserve a modern, professional, and capable police force. Right now, the PNP is none of the above. We need to take radical action to change the state of affairs." Former Senator Bongbong Marcos Jr. says he and his family have long been victims of fake news. Marcos is reacting to the Senate hearing on the proliferation of false information online on Wednesday.
Sanay na kami dyan sa fake news. Kami sa pamilya ko, 30 taon na namin tinitiis yung mga kasinungalingan ng fake news na yan eh.
Marcos also says bloggers should not be stopped from expressing their thoughts online, whether or not they are telling truthful statements. He insists the responsibility rests on the readers to stop reading blogs and posts they know are making false claims.
Sabi, pag binasa mo yung blog, sabi, puro naman kasinungalingan to. Di wag mo na basahin. Parang pabayaan, that is an opinion. That is somebody's opinion. Everybody is allowed to express their opinion.
Marcos also says the Aquinos are behind a recent gathering at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, where thousands of Marcos loyalists were promised a share from the family's ill-gotten wealth. He says it was organized by the Marcoses' critics to tarnish their name. The Philippine and United States militaries are planning to hold a total of 261 activities in 2018, including exercises on territorial defense. Armed Forces Chief Eduardo Año says President Rodrigo Duterte wants to be friendlier with the country's longtime ally. This after Duterte lessened the military exercises with the U.S. last year as he sought warmer ties with China. Año says, quote, "A total of 261 activities composed of exchanges and exercises, from 258 to 261, meaning to say we are leveling up the activities."